This discussion could be embarrassing in some cultures, depending on the age and gender of the disciple group. We should not skip this topic. Jesus brought this up very early in the walk with his group of disciples, and we should do the same. You have heard that it was said, "Do not commit adultery." But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to go into hell. Remember that this was addressed to teenagers, most likely with a crowd of bystanders overhearing and sometimes even participating in the discussion. In Jesus' time here on earth, boys would marry at about 18 and girls often at the age between 12 and 15. In Matthew 5 verse 27 to 30, Jesus addresses the way a teenager boy racing with hormones would look at a girl. No wonder Jesus used hyperbole and indirectly speaks in a language that teenagers would find very serious but hilariously funny at the same time. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife except for marital unfaithfulness causes her to become an adulteress, and anyone who marries the divorced woman commits adultery. When Jesus says, "It has been said that," he refers to the ongoing public debate between followers of different prominent rabbis. The main debate was between the followers of Hillel and the followers of Shammai about the interpretation of Deuteronomy 24 verse 1 to 4. Hillel thought that any dissatisfaction with a wife could give him a reason to divorce her in a very simple and quick procedure. Shammai was much stricter in his interpretation of the Torah. Now, what would Jesus say? In a way, this was a test for Jesus, the young rabbi, teaching his disciples in public. With the words, "But I tell you," Jesus gives his authoritative interpretation. Was this passage aimed at Peter, who was married, at the people overhearing, and who may have voiced their opinions, even enticing to get the view of this young rabbi? Maybe both. Bible scholars agree that Jesus' answer was close to Shammai in this case, mainly to protect a woman from a husband who wants to get rid of her for the slightest reason, even just for burning the food. That would leave her without income and means of living. Most likely prostitution would be the only way out. Now, questions for discussion in your disciple group. What is the attitude towards girls and women that Jesus shows in this passage? Which of the Beatitudes does Jesus apply here? How would this enable you to think upside down about relationships and marriage? Jesus' example is from the viewpoint of a teenage boy or a man. If he had been talking to girls or women, what do you think would he have said? Jesus only introduced this topic. He would come back to the same issues in greater detail later on.